Out.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3. Let's get some more. Have it in. Some more. Just get some more.
I was so not ready. I was just like jamming in the background for a second. And welcome to my Whiskey Den, everyone's favorite public access whiskey review show where craft whiskey is king. Thank you for stopping in. It's another wonderful night. Typically, it's an evening where we're tasting something from distilleries, but we have Wheelz with us because he has challenged us to a 4 whiskey throwdown. And we have no idea what the F any of these things are on the inside. So I'm
another wonderful night.
Sorry.
You're good. You're good. I'm just a titch intimidated. I thought you were like gonna try talking with like the Vader voice to fuck with us the rest of the night or some shit. You've made a poor decision.
Now, Patrick, we're only a minute in.
What? Oh,
We're only a minute in.
well, too bad. We're already starting the fun. And on that note, thank you everyone for stopping in the chat. We appreciate you doing that. Stopping in. Why don't you tell us what you guys are having in your glass, and Brendan, tell us what we're having in ours.
So all I'm gonna
Sorry, I had to try. I had to try to cheat a little bit.
all I'm gonna say is their wine finish.
Okay, that's already
Okay.
exciting for me. I'm digging that. I like that.
You were hoping for sweet.
Ooh,
But-
I was hoping for sweet.
As you can tell if you guys have poured them already, they're very different levels of finishing.
I'm only telling from looking at them that there is a distinctive color difference between, let's say, pink and orange. Like pink is dark as hell. Green is a nice kind of medium color, and then the other two are a little bit lighter. Pink and yellow are a little bit lighter on. So I'm getting off that right away.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What color do we want to start with? Let's pick a light one. Let's go yellow or pink. Mike, I'm gonna make you pick. You're on vacation.
I'm not on vacation. I come off of vacation. Well, before I do that, I should not forget to say,
Oh, shit.
don't forget to like. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment in the live chat if you're watching this live. Comment down below if you watch this afterwards. Don't forget to hit that bell notification. Find out when all the new episodes are coming out. Like typically Monday night is our Evening With series. We have an Evening With Brandon tonight. And we got a lot of good stuff coming up here. So don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, come back, motherfuckers. Wait, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
You're a dirty pirate hooker.
I told you. I was tired, man. I'm not on my top game today. But I'm too bad. Oh wait, that's right.
So let's work. Why don't we just work our way up the rainbow colors? Start with the lightest and work our way up.
Okay. So yellow.
Yellow.
We're gonna do some yellow. So on this one, this is not bad. This is a nice color on it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like this is like a light amber in my mind. Oh, yeah, Jim, you did go 6 minutes without an F-bomb, but you know, that's life happens here. That's the way our channel goes. We're not like
We're not like other guys.
overbearing on it. No, all right here. Ooh, this one.
Huh.
One of the more unique ones that I have found.
Yeah, this one has like a neat strawberry note in it for me.
And see, there's
Lemon.
There's some other people that have said that too. But then when I talk to guys that are into wine, they get really confused about that.
They probably have a better palate than I do, so that's fucking the answer right there. Especially with wine.
That strawberry is almost to me like an artificial strawberry.
Mm-hmm.
It's Templeton Rye. Tune in to find out who will not be showing up on my Whiskey Den.
They've only said something to us twice. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Which one is wine finish, my lord?
Oh, that no. There, I would.
Wow.
You would.
Yeah.
You would sense that.
It's
I
Man.
a
already,
yeah.
I would have already.
That's a
thrown
hell of
my
an
glass
idea,
across
though,
the
for
room.
Man.
making a really sick 1 liter barrel experiment.
Yeah, I feel like that's what Spencer's going to be doing to the next handout to people. That's vicious.
I mean, this is just. It's
It's
just.
like-
I got a blast of red apples, and then some. I got some nuts and some ginger on there, but then some. It's buttery.
Yep.
It almost. I mean, it smells a little Irish, but
That's where
it
I was
also
leaning
smells
to.
like it smells like something else. That I'm not going to say what I think it is yet.
I mean, it's a malt. It's this. We're dealing with barley here, so whether it's Scotch or Irish, I lean towards the Scotch territory on this, but
Yes.
I can see that it smells like something's a little bit like a malted rye,
yeah,
but not all of it. That's where I'm getting that buttery note that, like Mike was saying, that's throwing me off here.
Yeah.
Mm. Oh, they're not my guess, but I'm a first overall flavor. It's Klein Leash-ish for me. There's like a titch of some of those notes in there. That's the same.
Mm.
now that I've hit the palate, I'm leaning more Irish.
Well, since you guys are saying stuff, I don't have this to open and compare to, but
That is the point of the show. Mike.
this reminds me of Deanston.
Ooh.
Okay,
That's one I had, and I've only really had their virgin oak.
yeah, more of a classic kind of Highland, or even into Space Out a little bit.
Yeah.
Non-sherried.
But just way more fruit coming back after
God.
initially drinking it, it comes back and I get apricot, and it's just
They're medium to
and
light
grapes. I'm definitely getting grapes, but like a
green grapes, right?
like a real big heavy juicy
Ooh.
one.
How about, have you had the cotton candy grapes ever?
Oh, I hate those things, man.
I'm
No.
just saying. It's got like this little bit of sugariness to it.
Sugariness, you say?
I did say
said
sugariness.
sweet.
I don't know if it's quite, that
You said
sugary.
cotton candy and sugar.
Oh, gee.
You're diabetes.
That's right. I mean, it is getting on that edge. It is starting to hone in on me hunting some diabetes here.
You know what's that? I think I'm the same age he was when he made the first cocoon.
If you guys are guessing this on the first one, you're going to be really surprised once we go down.
I'm gonna be freaked out later.
Freaky deaky Dutch.
Okay, I'm not.
I'm gonna leave that one.
Mm-hmm.
And these whiskeys range anywhere from, I think, almost 4 years to about 13.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. My pen just died. The whole thing we were talking about before the show. It has a nice little burst of pepper in it for me. It's like a light, like almost white pepper towards the end just now that kind of came through. Red is right. Cotton candy grapes are kind of weird. They're a freak you out kind of idea.
Freaky.
All right, so let's switch. Let's go to pink. No, wait. What are you? Orange. Orange is
Orange.
the next.
Orange is
Hue.
Orange,
Orange is
black.
good.
an orange hue.
I'd like to see what you guys really think on this one.
Okay,
What-
holy crap!
What wine cap?
Sugar cookies.
That's what I'm gonna say. I'm like, I couldn't peg what the wine cast was in the last one though.
Well,
Wow.
I'll go ahead and throw out on the last one. If we're just guessing wine cask at the moment, I haven't decided if I think it's Irish or Scotch yet. But it puts me in the mind of a sweet white wine. So I'm thinking either like you could go Sauternes, but I really don't feel like it's Sauternes. I almost lean more towards like a late harvest Riesling or even an ice wine or something along those lines. Kind of almost dessert wine territory.
I think more like you were saying, I would lean more towards the not the ice wine, but a little titch of a dessert
Sauternes
one.
or late harvest Riesling or Viognier, something along those lines.
Okay. Now the second one. Wow. I'm getting this really neat dusty rye kind of note to it hidden in here.
I'm just getting
Kind of
funky malt.
clovey. Yeah, clove. This is the problem, is it's narrowing down. There's so many of them. If this was just even in just Scotland, to narrow down some of the different distilleries is tough. This one's fucked up.
Okay, the wine. Well, Ben, you're a wine guy, so the first, the nose. I mean, it's a nice sweetness to it, but I had a finished whiskey in this wine that one I'd never heard of before because I don't know jack about wine, but I had a Barolo finished wine,
Okay.
or Barolo finished whiskey, and this on the nose. Have you had Barolo?
Yes.
It just, there's something about that, the sugary sweetness of it that reminds me. It was a was it a Ben Nevis? I think it was a Ben Nevis Barolo. But I don't know, I mean, like, for the most part, I couldn't tell any of the whites apart from each other at all. But this is, there's something about it. It's the sugar cookie dough part of it that reminds me.
This and the last one, I said the last one was kind of diabetes. I find this one much sweeter than the last one.
By far, yes.
By far.
I love it.
Diabetes. Wilford Brimley's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, it's on that level. It's gaining up there.
The cool fact about this one, this is an early distillation for the distillery.
Mm.
Well, I will say, as far as your Barolo thoughts there, I've only had red Barolo because Barolo is kind of like, let's say, Bordeaux. You start breaking down Bordeaux's or Burgundy or whatever. You can have red and you can have white depending on which grape varietal you're using. So if it was a white wine finish, I wouldn't be familiar with the white Barolo, but a red I have, and that definitely not in the red variety. So it's a white grape varietal, but.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna smell a bottle that I have here just to.
You go ahead and sniff away, Mike. I might slide into the green one. I'm gonna try to maybe go through all of them, and then come back and see if I can pick anything out.
Oh shit!
This is just vicious. But for me, it has just a nice little spiciness at the very end of it that's throwing me off.
Yeah, there's something familiar about that Scotch, and
Mm-hmm.
this one doesn't count, but I've got this cast strength Edredauer that's sherry finished. But it's definitely this ain't. If this is sherry, it's the worst.
No,
sherry ever
no,
made.
that's not sherry. I can see it maybe being the Edredauer, but not.
But there's something. There's just a thick fruit on it that. Shit.
All right, I'm switching to green. I'm just getting some initial
I
thoughts
gotta try
here.
this.
Oh my god. This is deep. Have you guys made it to the green one?
No, I'm still working on the orange.
All right. You guys work on orange. I'm coming back. This green one is crazy.
And that one's got, the orange has got some real zing that comes across your cheeks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mhm.
There's like sour peach. There's definitely some lemon. I mean, there's some real malt funk going on.
Yeah. I have fruit with milk chocolate drizzled on it, and white chocolate. Because there's just a sweetness.
There's a floral, almost like a peach blossom kind of sweet going on.
Do you get, and I honestly do get this, even coming back to it, a little hint of licorice.
Yeah, that's what puts me in the mindset of Glenlivet. Because with the Glenlivet, like the Nadura, their cast strength, I get a real strong anise or licorice kind of note off of that.
You guys are still on orange?
Do what?
What's that?
You guys are still on orange?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you guys get any sort of I want to say like tree fruits, island kind of fruit?
AKA tropical.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I gotta come back. I moved too far. I'll come back to that.
You're good.
I get berries, a little mango, maybe.
I was just going to say mango is in there for sure. Yeah.
Maybe mango ate your baby.
You can see mango, but some citrus. Like a grapefruit almost for me.
That's as intense as the nose is, and then it starts off intense on the palate. It's a slow fade, but it like drops, and then it still just kind of hangs in there.
There's a chalky minerality to it as well.
One of these is a
Yes.
single barrel as well.
That's fair.
Okay.
I like the Glenlivet are almost like like a crazy Glenmorangie because they're starting to get some different ones off that too. But I'm going back to the green because I found that one to be pretty interesting. It's got this. The green one has this really nice dark, musty note to it.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah, this. I want to lean Portish on this one.
Portish.
Portish, some night. It has some of the nice dark raisin, kind of plum note to it.
Yeah, I feel like
Really
we're
nice
getting
glasses. Sorry, go ahead, Ben.
I was going to say we're getting into corn territory here as well, as far as the base whiskey.
Yeah.
Huh.
This to me, I smell bourbon right off the top. I mean, it's a bourbon or corn whiskey type.
So who would be using? God, my brain should work better about what places are using like a port finished on a bourbon, but it's just not filtering up through my brain right now.
That's interesting because I don't
Yeah,
feel
but
like I'm getting bourbon on the palate at all.
Yeah, and then,
No.
Did you get like that? Did you get a nice chocolate note out of
Yeah.
it? I got that like a really nice kind of almost dark chocolate to it.
I'm going to jump ahead.
I like this mouthfeel, but then it gets hot. It picks up some heat on the second half,
Yeah.
and you're getting some other. Wow.
This feels like a heavy sherry finish to me.
And I would say, color-wise, you're probably more in that range. From this, like I was mentioning port, I was just getting some of those darker fruit notes, but
Yeah.
it does seem a lot lighter, especially than the next one. All right, people at home. Oof, what do you guys have in your glass now? Ooh, there is a green spot and a white wine. That does sound very interesting for one of these. Oof.
Yeah, I'm getting that little bit of mustiness on the green one too, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if it's earthy musty
Mm-hmm.
from the wine or from the whiskey. Shit.
Hey AJ, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Good to see you. I hope you're starting to feel better, man.
It doesn't remind me of anything.
You guys have been pretty spot on by the wine type.
Okay.
Ugh.
Still doesn't
All
help
right.
me because I don't know shit.
I added water to green to kind
you're
of see if we can help
cheating,
separate this out a little bit.
You
Who said
bastard.
anything? No
Cheating.
rules against adding water.
Cheating. Ah,
So-
all right.
I would like a recount.
That broke it out for me.
All right. Fine.
So what I was getting, for me, it was interesting because on the nose, I felt like I was getting bourbon right off the top, like a corn whiskey. But adding the water and on the palate on this is definitely, I feel like more in the malt territory. But
Mhm.
that's a funky sherry.
It's the spiciness that's throwing me
Yeah,
on the finish. That's what's really.
I'm getting like orange marmalade, cherries.
Would have heat that'd be like this stuff says.
See, that's what's throwing me off. Is I'm not on green, which I'm still stuck on. Is trying to figure out what the mustiness and stuff that if I'm getting that, if that's wine or if that's the whiskey. But it reminds me of a baked cobbler or a baked fruit dessert. But that mustiness keeps throwing me. That's got to be the wine because it's not the. I would think that if it's a musty whiskey, I would think that it would be stronger than what it is. Since it's faint, I got a feeling that it's the wine.
I would think. I think it's the wine right away.
Yeah, and
Go
it's
ahead.
almost like a mixed fruit cobbler. I mean, like,
Yeah.
throw in peaches, blackberries, cherries, just all of that blended in.
And some Colila.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the last one.
Yeah, I got to move up too.
We're gonna go pink, and pink is a dark son of a bitch. Look at that thing.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh. I feel like I may know which one this is.
You didn't say. Okay, wait a minute. Now, you didn't say what all types. All you said was these are all wine finished.
Yeah,
Yes.
Right.
I was
exactly
going to
right.
let you guys go through them and then
This
tell
is familiar.
I was going to tell you what types they were after.
This smells like something I might have that's a different proof level. But real close to it.
Now this is port.
Mhm.
I have this one currently.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
that's brand new. That one's pretty sweet. I haven't had it yet, but I've heard excellent things about that thing.
Yeah, this is one Ben sent me.
Okay. I think I
I know what home that is. I think I know that guy.
I think I know this pink one. Yeah.
So I'm feeling good about one answer.
I had to be nice with you guys on one.
I'm feeling good about one answer. That
Well, it was just nosing it a little bit, even amongst the other ones. It's like okay, I mean, you get, it definitely there's port there, but then after tasting, it's like oh, hello, gorgeous.
Yeah.
this one just
I
has
know you.
the
See,
lovely
when you said-
cinnamon bear claw, apple
You guys
cinnamon
said
bear
there was
claw.
port.
Dessert
You
bear
guys-
claw.
You guys said there was port on one of these other ones too.
It's true.
Well, they said there was
There's-
port. I have not picked out any port.
There's four
Right.
different.
I was trying to figure it out. There's
So each one of these is a different wine.
Yes.
Okay.
yeah. Okay.
The first two, I think, are definitely white wine territory. This last one is obviously port.
You'd be wrong on one of them.
I would be. Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Can I? I'm just gonna give my guess on pink, so I can move on from. I'm guessing that's just my Rua port. That's my thought on pink. It tastes too similar to other things that I've had recently, and that's probably gonna be the one I get wrong. So it's gonna burn me in the ass. But that's my answer for pink. Sorry.
Like I said, you guys said there was another port in there, and there's not.
Now I got problems.
Okay.
That's fine. All right, I'm gonna go back to yellow. We'll start at the beginning. This
Yeah,
now I'm coming back to yellow. Did you guys smell a little peat on yellow now?
No, I'm going backwards the other way.
See, and I'll tell you what four there are. So there is a port. There's a sherry. There's a Bordeaux, and then there's a Barolo. So you guys were spot on
That doesn't mean we can pick the right ones, though. At least we have the right finishes, just the wrong whiskeys.
So,
Oh, Madeira is excellent too, Emily. You're exactly right on that. But I would have
Yeah.
picked that. Madeira seems to be one of those finishes that like doesn't seem to have a bad finish from people. You know, like
No.
you can get a bad porter or a bad sherry. If it's finished in Madeira, it usually seems to be pretty damn tasty.
And
So,
you're going to get some syrupy sweetness off that Madeira.
oh, that's true. You can get
Usually
some
it
diabetes.
stands out. Yes. Now, question. You said a Barolo and a Bordeaux. Both Barolo and Bordeaux can come in either red or white.
mhm.
So do we know if it's red or white?
For one, yes. For the other, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I think. Man,
Okay. The green one is extremely unfamiliar to me as far as like the whiskey itself, but I'm getting just more. I'm getting more cherry and more in raisin. I'm getting a lot of raisin on the nose after going backwards on it. But I would guess green is sherry.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I'm
The
going.
whiskey,
I'm going Barolo
whiskey throw
and
me
pink,
off.
is what I think. Let me get my nose back here.
You said Barolo and pink.
Pink and on the pink one, maybe. It's between pink and yellow for me.
Pink is the Rua, right? The Rua port.
Oh, I'm sorry, orange. Sorry, orange. I have the brown. I have the brown.
Yeah, I think Barolo is orange.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I gotta say,
Damn it. They're still.
you know what? And I think that Ecuador thing. I think you're damn close on that, Mike. I gotta figure out which one, but I think that's either the pink or the yellow. I recognize that flavor.
And Ben, you've had one of these already too.
So you should get two right. Now he's taking
Two.
it serious, though.
2 out of a possible 8.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna try something here.
But yeah, one of these is a really old single cask that was 3 years after the distillery opened.
God, that makes me. Could it be a weird dingle?
I don't want to hear about your weird dingle.
I'm just.
Leave your weird dingle out of this.
Yeah, everything's dingle with you.
I'm just saying they do finish in weird in a bunch of different stuff at least, you know, and the one is a little Irishy.
I feel good about green. I feel good about pink. I'm working on the orange and yellow. Those are the two I'm going back and forth.
Okay.
Green is Jesus.
Oh, you bastard.
Whoa!
Who are you?
I don't know what happened there. I went back to green. That thing cleared a nostril or switched sides when you're be able to breathe out of one side or the other, and it just went up the other side there. Whole. It's like a mini rush. It's like Balvenie-ish. You're right. It's the musty note in green that's screwing with me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Now-
lean on this sherry. I don't
A
know.
lot of people do say there's some weird notes on this distillery.
You're talking about green?
Yep.
Now I'm starting to hunt weird thoughts in my head. Now I'm gonna place it where I want it to be rather than where it's gonna be. Because I started to roll like McLaren and McLaren, a
Or
couple of
Nutty?
things. Yeah, there's. Fuck. See, this is a problem with these shows. Is that it's just not good for you. It makes you look stupid in the best way possible.
But this is the best way to try to find something too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mm-hmm. Possibly.
Learn the limitations of your palate.
Well, I knew those. That's why you came on the show.
Mm. I'm just trying to give you hints on these or on that one.
I'm good with green and pink. And I think I'm getting pretty narrowed down here on the orange and yellow.
Yeah, I think I've got orange and pink. Yellow. I think I've got orange now. I'm pretty sure I have half of the equation for orange. I'm
Yeah.
going to take a leap on the other half. Yellow, I think I'm okay. That green throws me through a loop.
So orange has only been around for 20-something years. The distillery itself.
Okay.
Just to get you thinking a little bit.
Yellow has this nice creamy
Ardbeg.
rich note to it. There's no way any of those
The
are.
answer is always Ardbeg.
That's right, Spencer. That's probably 100% accurate.
It's taken you this long to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've only been on here for almost a year now. Patty's been doing this longer.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, the green. I can't guess. I don't have a clue for the distillery.
Yellow is a really small distillery as well.
Mm.
Okay.
I
I feel okay on 3 of them. Fourth one I'm not. So I'm done writing.
Mm. You're all, I thought you just phased out for a second. I didn't know Mike was back. All right. Well, let's see here. If you guys have ideas on stuff, let's see if we can knock at least a couple of these out before we get questionable. So, are we all thinking pink is the same one? Like I said, it's a little Rua Port, maybe. I don't know which.
I think it's report.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm going to lean on that one as well too.
Yes.
Now, let's go for green. You seem confident in this one, Ben. What are you thinking green is?
Glen Alecky.
Ooh,
Nope.
No.
But it's a sherry finish, is it not?
No.
It's not. Hot
No.
dang.
is this the Bordeaux finish?
Wow.
It might be. All of these might be what you think it is.
Sounds like you're talking about hookers.
Because maybe that's where that musty note is coming from.
I'm whatever you want me to be.
Okay,
Exactly.
I was going.
Shit.
Yeah,
Well, that torpedo is my. I don't care. I'm
Yeah.
gonna stick with what I guess anyway. I don't care.
But see, I also wanted to see how that Rua held up to these as well, being a really heavy wine finish one.
Yeah, that's one of the few that's like doused.
Really well. But the baked pastry theme that goes through Rua, and I had and I hope we're all right. But I just did a advent calendar, and so you committed to donate a bottle to the calendar, and I had not had much Rua in the last several months on purpose. And I thought, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to do because I remember how much. And after doing that, and I started drinking again, it was like, oh yeah. So I had to go back through the Great Wagon Road theme. It's like, oh, Ollie,
See, I really-
son of a bitch.
I still want to get out there. They're open now, so
Mhm.
Hmm.
We were mentioning that. I don't know why I'm going this route, but I'm gonna go. I know they don't have a finish in the Bordeaux, though, so that doesn't make sense. I was gonna lean more towards like Glenn was saying, like a Glenlivet or a Glen Morangi that has this neat twist on the end that's really torquing it, but
Twerking.
I don't know. Sure, I'm gonna go Glen Morangi on this one. I'm totally wrong. I'm horrifically wrong on this, but
On which one?
green.
Green.
Green. I don't even have a distillery guess, and I was guessing sherry, and you're saying no. So no, I.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Or that could be like the no, that's not the Chateau Montelene or anything. All right, I'm just going Glenlivet on that one. I know that one was tough for me, so I don't know, and that one's probably going to be wrong. What do we think on orange?
Orange.
On orange.
I think orange is the Barolo cask.
I agree with you on that.
But I also think there's a chocolatey note that I've gotten from the 2 Edward Hours that I've had that makes me think it's Edward Hour. I have no idea if Edward Hour has done that cask finish.
See, when you said that almost when I was picking up on something that made me think of that nice chocolate note in green. But I have to agree. If we were going with the white one, I think when you said it before, that's the one I leaned with, because I think when you said it triggered like a flavor I'd had from Edward Hour. So I would lean with that. I'm going to piggyback on you, and I'm going to say that, like you said, that's the Barolo finish. That's just a crap shoot in the dark if they fucking ever did anything like that.
If we guess the wine and not the whiskey, do we get a point for that?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Like I
I'll
said,
definitely
you've
stay with
guessed
Barolo.
You've guessed all the wines. Pretty close.
I did.
Hmm.
All right, and then when we're down to what are we down?
Ben,
to?
what did you
Yellow?
think? Or what did you think orange was? No, yeah, it's orange.
Barolo. Yeah, I'm going with the Barolo white wine as far as the wine.
See, Barolo is usually a weird one too.
That's
Yeah, and I recently had somebody had sent me that Ben. I think it was a Ben Nevis 9 Barolo. I'd have to look at a picture of it or like pull up my notes. That was the first time I'd ever had that, and that was just such a unique, nice sweetness finish to it. I was like, this is good. I like
it
this a
almost
lot.
slides in the yellow then. There's just like a hint of like a matchstick, like a lit matchstick that like went out on orange.
So the Barolo one is 8 years old.
I'm sticking with that. I'm gonna stick with orange being the Edward Barolo if that exists. So, oh my God! Then you went back to yellow, and that's so different now.
Yeah.
Like that's the only problem with like starting and going back around this thing smells so musty now.
It's got a musty funk going on for sure.
Wow, like this one totally changed regions on me.
Yellow.
Yellow. You know what? I think yellow's Dunstan. I don't know what, but
You
I think
guys
it's
are
Dunstan.
mixing these all completely up.
Or you're playing serious mind games with us, and we're all right.
So, we have a total of 8 points possible. If we guess a distillery,
And so are you.
no, I'm just asking.
2023.
I mean, last time we
Spencer,
did it,
DemCon, it's going to be long before then.
if we did the blind the last time, we just had 4 choices. Well, there's technically 8 choices here.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the line except for maybe somebody else gets something out of it.
God,
Somebody's always putting something out.
I'm really going to throw you for a loop with these next ones if I send you guys these.
that's fine. I like being thrown for a loop, but it's just
Two out of the 4 are craft distillery.
okay.
Oh, we hate craft distilleries.
They have such weird funk to them.
Better be Buffalo
Man.
Trace.
And 3 out of the 4 are, what would you say, craft rye. Like
Okay.
the grain itself is not common.
Oh, well, that's just exciting in and of itself when you do something like that. Okay, now this is the one I thought like right away was going to be the easiest. This has now just become the most pain in the ass one out of all of them for me. I know I'm wrong on green, so I've just conceded that shit.
So you said two of the 4 or 3 of the 4 craft?
For this one is. But
In,
for the rye,
this batch. In this batch.
it's
Okay.
only 1.
Only 1 is a craft distillery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ardbeg.
I mean,
It has a nice little saltiness to it.
you've already narrowed down which one's the craft.
Yeah.
But I just
I'm done.
wanted
I'm going to keep second guessing everything, so I'm just
Yeah.
I just wanted to pick, one that you guys have had, but a really heavy wine finish
Mm-hmm.
that would go well with these.
If we're correct on that one, a heavy wine finish is very true.
Okay.
All right, I'm going green as the Bordeaux finish.
God.
Instead of sherry, I'm going Bordeaux. But I'm going back to, I've dumped it and repoured it since I mixed the water in. Get back to the original strength here. And it still just comes off on the nose like a freaking bourbon to me, which is so weird.
Yellow, I'm going with Klein Leash, and they finished it something different, and it's spitting it in a different direction. I know I'm wrong on that too, but that's okay. My votes are in. I'm gonna eventually want to know what's going on here because I'm running out of samples to go back and taste. So I got a call on my end because I can only go back to one left. I only really have one left right now.
I mean, you guys got the wines pretty much figured out.
The other ones get so iffy. But yeah, I'm good. I'll let these two make their final decisions with their 8
I'm
points.
done deciding.
You're done deciding. You're the decider. You've decided.
I'm the uniter, not the divider.
Bush was the decider. He just was. I just thought it was a neat name. I'm like, that's a totally effed up name to give somebody. All right, Ben, we're waiting on you and your thought process here on these guys, and I love that it's causing you stress. That's my favorite part right now.
Yeah, he's up to 3 wrinkles on the forehead now.
Yeah. Just now it went up to 4.
Funny story. Just quickly, little father thing. Sitting there at the dinner table with my kids, and my oldest, who was probably about 3 or 4 years old, one time we were sitting there eating, and I had a wrinkled brow for whatever reason. He just looks at me and takes his finger and goes, "Up the steps, down the steps." Thanks, son. Thanks a lot.
And now, do you do that at work just to piss people off in a meeting?
I should.
Yeah.
I might get me punched one day.
All right.
Okay, I'm back to this one.
Yeah, I'm done guessing.
I know you guys are close on, or pretty spot on one, way off on another.
I'm gonna guess green is the one we're way off on.
No,
No, I
Really?
think it's
Wow.
yellow. I think it's yellow or pink. That's the one that I cannot.
you keep getting confused.
Orange. God damn
Orange.
it. It's the brown bottle, and that's like I'm looking over in the dark here,
Yeah.
and the pink and the fucking orange look really similar.
Color's not good, Pat With.
Yeah, there are a bunch of little dots that are red and yellow, and
Orange is throwing you guys off for whatever reason, but I mean, I can understand why too.
yeah. Well, that one's got me.
Orange is the sherry. Yellow is the Barolo.
Shit.
All right, now what are your guesses on the distillery? Because that's the thing that's throwing me more than the flavor. Yeah, I know he's probably right, and that's okay. But he drinks wine, so I expect him to beat me.
You haven't said the distillery for one of them.
Just me, or
For
all
only
of
one?
us?
All
Yeah.
three of
Okay, good, because I was like, I figured
We'll
out.
start alphabetically.
Aberfeldy.
Aberfeldy.
Aberlar.
them. Even I wouldn't be able to do that.
Ardbeg. Aaron.
Aaron?
B.
No.
Balvenie.
That's when I thought there was one in there I thought I could have been because they'd at least do cask finishes. But
Ben
no.
Rioch. Ben Nevis. All the Bens.
All the best. And any of the Glens.
All the Glens, yes.
We have all the Bens. All the Glens are the best.
All right, Ben. What do you have guesses on what distilleries some of these guys are?
I don't have a damn clue.
You're not even giving me. You're not even. Come on.
I mean,
A shot in the dark, man. A shot
All
in
right,
the dark.
look. Orange and yellow to me, they're both Scotch. Would be my guess. Now, as far as what specific distillery,
These are all Scotch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these aren't all Scotch. These are all single malt.
they're all single malt. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't know, Mike. Do you have any other ones you want to guess on? Because I've given my thoughts. On what
I
think
don't.
they
No,
are,
I'm done.
and
Because I'm just going to keep second guessing myself and want to redo
Yeah.
my whole lineup except for pink.
All right, Wheels. Let's hear the reality of how vastly far off I am on my taste palette here.
So yellow was Edudauer Barolo cap.
Really?
God, that's where I was having that weird smell, and I'm like, I couldn't peg between the two of them for a minute, and then
And what I've been told is Barolo is a really weird grape in general.
Mm-hmm.
it is, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't.
That's
So,
what
I
I
mean-
thought was.
You guys guessed that right off. Like you had Edudauer in your lineup in general.
did. I switched it.
Yeah, it's got that. See, it's got that funk to me. A lot of your scotches, like Edwardauer, Deanston, they've all got a funky malt. Their malt has a
Yeah.
funk to it that.
I did bring that one down to
Yeah.
you, Ben. You did try that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Pink was Ruaport,
Okay.
but it was a 61%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think mine's a 65, and I'm like, mine has some more heat on this thing, but it's
Yeah.
fucking same flavors. Okay, so we got the one we were supposed to get right. Way to go.
I thought that one would fit in with the blind tasting.
It does, and it's
Yeah,
not. If,
yeah.
Totally does.
if we wouldn't be so familiar with it, I can see a lot of people having a problem placing it into like a Scotch category, or
Yeah.
where like Highland,
Yeah.
Lowland. Where the fuck did this come from?
Mhm.
Well,
Type
see,
of thought process to it.
Will and Thayer from Whiskey Crusaders, they did this as well.
Yeah.
And they said it was familiar because they had just done the regular one a couple weeks ago or a couple weeks back from when we did that blind.
Right.
And that makes sense. Yeah, I was watching that one. You made me not pay attention.
Yep.
Like Matt and I not pay attention at some point. And I was like, I should really just listen in and be like, I nailed 3 out of 4. How does that feel, guys? But I did not, and I forgot what one of them was because I remember I heard one of them at one point, but I totally spaced it. I don't remember what it is. So, okay, so
I'm glad we did it so far along then.
all
Okay,
right.
now this one you guys did not get right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, actually I'm going to do the one you kind of did. Deanston Bordeaux cask for green.
For green, yeah, okay.
Okay.
The Bordeaux, and we did mention. Shit, that's
Finally
the
nailed that
problem.
one down on the wine, but good grief.
I'm having problems just like crossing distillery flavors now. Like this is it
Yeah.
just brings you back and want to be like, I feel like I should go sit down with Deanston and like someone else and just be like, why am I not hitting those? I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't drink enough scotch to hit all those flavors, but damn.
I mean, it's like I was so way off on. Of course, I couldn't guess the distillery, but that did not. Of course, I don't know my wines, but it's like that didn't strike me as Bordeaux. Not that I could necessarily pick Bordeaux out, but
I'm guessing it was a red.
You guys were saying Bordeaux all over the place too. So
This one, I think I can see going back to it how I'd think it was more of a red Bordeaux, and yeah, I don't know that one's.
oh yeah, I get that now. It's
Yeah,
Deanston
it's-
Bordeaux.
Yeah, you go back, you can tell all those ones.
Now, is it a Polyak? Is it Margot? What What region of Bordeaux are we talking about here?
Oh,
I have no idea.
You're gonna have to watch the one with Whiskey Crusaders. We'll tell you about that shit.
Exactly.
Because he did go off on like his own little world. Like this is from here and there and there. And I'm like,
Yeah, and that's what I wanted him to do. That's why I had them do it first.
they have a nice insight. I mean, when you can peg what grapes are coming from, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was-
Sarah and Will liking high proof, but Will also being a Somm.
Mm. Damn, that was that's nice. I really, damn, that was an interesting thing, man. That was interesting, Wheelz. I'm not surprised I was so far off on them. I'm surprised we had a couple of the distilleries right in the wrong fucking place.
Well, we still got one more to go.
Do we? What's the last
It's
one?
orange.
Orange?
Do you guys have any guesses on that? Because
No,
Not
now.
anymore. That's just that.
I mean,
failed.
I nailed down sherry, but that's as far as the distillery.
that's an Aaron single cast in sherry.
You mentioned that.
That one was distilled in 1998
Wow.
and
wow.
bottled in 2011.
Mm. If you've learned anything, just come to us for craft whiskey.
That's
After
right.
that, it's a little iffy.
Well,
What? We were wrong on that too?
no, but see, and that's why I'm going to do these next ones that are two. Well, they're half and half. Two are big brand technically, and two are craft.
Well,
So I will say this: all four of these. I mean, yeah, there's obviously familiarity with Report, and we are in love with what Ollie makes. These are really good whiskeys.
mm-hmm. They were all pretty complex. None of them were like a 3-note whiskey. They were all 5-6 kind of neat layers that made. I think that's what threw me off on a couple was I couldn't, like Mike said, you couldn't tell if some of the flavors were cask imparted or whiskey imparted. And that's just a good. Congratulations on the blending process when you do something like that. It means you have a nice marriage of flavors coming together there.
All very, very good.
Yes.
Yeah. All of these be great to sit down and just break down and enjoy on their own.
Yeah.
With that said, as much as I've been a huge Scotch guy in the past, out of all these we just tasted right now, Rua would be my standout favorite out of these.
Mm-hmm.
That's just where I'm at.
Do you think it's the cask?
It's just the whole thing as a whole.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
I just meant like the green one to me had such a unique flavor profile.
Yeah.
There's so much going on with it. Dark chocolate. I don't know.
Fantastic. But once I sipped that Rua, and I was like, oh yeah. I immediately in my head I went, you know what? If you were to give me a choice of all four of these, hand me that one right there, right now.
Yeah. It is what I would call it a comfort whiskey. It doesn't matter what you have. It's just like going someplace that's got you're putting gravy on your stuff. All right, comfort food. But it is everything that I've had from Great Wagon Road. There's just that familiarity to it where you're just like, oh.
Dude. So I don't know if it's after sipping all these, but taking a sip of that just now, it's like a huge clove bomb. Holy cow! I feel like I just sipped on Christmas.
Which one? Port?
The
Rua?
Rua port.
What were the ABVs
Okay.
on some of these wheels?
So the Edgy Dower was, I think, 46.
Okay.
Which is gonna be your lowest one.
Okay.
The Rua Port was 61.
Yeah.
The Aaron, I think, was 56 or 57.
Okay. I thought that Aaron's got to be kicking a little bit. That had some
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the single cast.
good chewiness to it.
So, and then the Deanston, I think that one comes out at 58.
Okay.
There's some nice, and that's what I could tell them like they're just because of the level of flavors. I was assuming most of them were 55 or above. But
Mm.
Yeah.
when you said that one was 46 or something, that's actually pretty damn impressive for 46.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, and that's Edgedour. You know, that's the smallest distillery in Scotland.
Yep.
So,
and I've only heard really good things about them lately. You know, like from other people who are having some of their stuff. It's nothing bad, at least. You know what I mean?
yeah. And this one was, see, Ben knows this, and you guys probably do too. I have a really good store down here that has some old stuff. This is from 24, or the Edgedour is from 2014.
See, that's another thing is that the stuff you're getting is not only is it like from a certain distillery, it's like the secret release from the distillery.
Batch 2.
Batch 2.
Yeah.
Secret release.
The secret release. Hey, get your hands above the table when you say shit like that, Mike.
I dropped something. I promise you. That's all I'm doing right now.
I mean, that
Fast-breathing
Aaron single cask, I still have 2 samples of that, 4 ounces, that I'm holding on for a while. Cause
You should. That one, it has a wonderful nose on that one. I'm going back to it now that it's empty.
Okay.
That's the one that had that mango kind of neat flavor to it
Oh,
and stuff
sure.
and everything.
Has anyone done the blend?
No, I drank all mine.
to come out 3 years, or to be distilled 3 years after the distillery opened and still be on the shelf.
He never. Well, that's just people who don't know what stuff is, you know. Or they bought a bunch of them and just get.
If I had the money, I'd have a heck of a collection.
Oh, can we run down the order and the way we tasted them? Spencer was going. So the way we tasted them was yellow. What was yellow, Ben? Or not Ben, Brandon. God, Jesus Christ.
That was the Edgedour.
Cheers, everyone.
Yeah.
That was the Edgedour Barolo cask.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you guys knew pink was the Rua port.
Okay. Then we went orange
and
was
then-
the next one.
No, I did orange last because
You
that
did
was
orange
the one,
last.
because that was the one that you guys didn't think was sherry. For the
Oh,
most part.
that's right. All
And
right.
that's really light for sherry too. But
It is.
green was Deanston Barolo or Bordeaux,
Mhm.
and then the last one was an Aaron single cask sherry from Aaron itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that it is a hell of a lineup. Like I don't think anyone would be upset. Most of those are bottles you're just not going to find around here, man. So I'm excited
No.
to taste all of them. So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the blend is nice.
Well, the blend is nice. Of course it is.
let's see. The rise. I really, with you guys being craft guys, I really want to see what you think.
I'm intrigued by it because at least I think on that one maybe I might be able to pick out the weird grain, where I was like,
Right.
that's this one and this one. But then like if you just like with the one we were talking about before where it was 6 and 20 is their rye, that shit would throw me off if that was in the middle of a lineup. Like yes, it's rye, but the 5 distillations throws me off on that one. It's just
We'll see.
a weird
I'm
flavor.
gonna share a little secret here. You guys know I'm a fan of Far North Spirits.
Yep.
That's true. We do
Yes.
know that.
As you should be.
Yes,
They
it
have-
should be.
They have those 15 1-acre plots.
You have some of the seed bank shit, don't you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
Yes, he does.
I have 2 of their new ones that are single cask.
If the people in the chat don't know what that is, Far North Spirits, way up at the tippy top north, almost in Canada distillery, they planted 15 1-acre plots of different ryes and harvesting them and creating unique, basically really unique rye whiskeys from them. Not only that, they'll finish them in some crazy shit sometimes. That really puts a hell of a twist on them. But the seed thing is neat. I mean, that's the level of play we're talking about, trying to find like what different flavors are imparted by different ryes and different heirloom ryes that you can grow in your region.
Mhm.
That's just a hell of a program.
Yes.
Can't say enough about that. More people should be doing weird shit like that. It reminds me of stuff that the licorices are doing. Where yes, we have this green stop of corn, but we grew it out in the backyard, in like a little acre plot we have. It's really a test batch. But so yeah, Wheelz, you got those. They do a really nice job on some of their stuff.
Yeah, so I have 2 of those that that I have set aside. That I'll have sent down here and give out to you guys, and we'll see what you think about those. See if you can pull those out of 2 big distilleries.
I like that. I like that a lot. But we are rounding out on that hour time frame. We don't want to be butting up against Whiskey Crusaders. We know they got another show going on tonight. But stop back. Amaret Rye. See, he's just at least this time he's telling us what he's sending us. Now we have I have a shot.
Telegraphing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
guessing none of them are Amaret when it gets here.
Well, I mean, just to let you know, that's a $200 rye itself.
Oh, I know that one's crazy.
So,
anytime anyone has some of their stuff, I got their Bengal Tiger a couple years ago. And I'm like, well, if you're having like 17% angel share, it makes it really scary to make a whiskey.
And see, the Amaret rye is from 2016.
Ooh, so it's almost like a 4-year. So it's half a barrel or less.
Probably.
No, it was bottled in 2016.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right.
Yeah, it's been around a little while. And that's batch 1.
Okay.
I can't tell you the last one though. Unfortunately, that won't do very good in the blind tasting.
That's fine. That's so fine. We can take some Fireball. You know,
No,
that new Merlot bourbon.
No,
Whatever.
no Fireball. No Fireball.
the Kentucky brand.
Okay.
Kentucky.
That's even more exciting. But like I was saying,
Rye.
Damn.
But thank you, Wheelz, for putting this together. This was a fun night. I always love trying a couple different things. I'm actually more surprised with us than I thought. Just being able to hit this distilleries, I find it funny that we were in the wrong spots. But I like that we hit the distilleries. Like I feel like part of me feels oddly okay about this whole situation.
I mean, we were talking about the right distillers the entire time, but it's lining them up with each one.
Yeah.
But yeah. So thank you everyone in the chat for stopping out. We appreciate you coming in. Make sure to stop out next Monday. We're not quite sure what we're doing yet. I'm supposed to be getting a bottle of Colkegan PX cask finish, but the FedEx guy and I are having a hard time meeting up at the same moment. So that should be here tomorrow. And we'll be doing a stream with Cullen about that. And being
I do want to say, check out my post on the Whiskey Tribe.
Okay.
We have a local tequila, or not a local one, but a tequila that was made in Thomas H. Handy barrels.
Oh.
That I can get.
That sounds very, very interesting. See, now we're getting into that realm of like all the other things that are finished and everything, and now I'm getting all amped up. So that's probably a good place to call it because I'm going to get more. I'm just going to get more and more excited right now. That's what happens when you have 4 drinks in you inside of an hour.
That's how I roll.
And we appreciate that because we do the same here. So thank you everyone for stopping.
Not everybody can be a stand-up person.
All right, just remember.
There you go.
It's a little whiskey. Cheers, everyone out there.
Let's get into it. 1, 2, 3.